Are you focusing too much on the scale? Well, if so, it's time for a reality check because the scale doesn't tell the whole story. Hey everybody, I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist and corrective exercise specialist. And today, we're going to talk about how to measure your progress without the scale. Because we all know that when it comes to transformations, the scale is definitely not the most accurate way to measure your results. So stick around, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so why is the scale not an effective way to measure your progress? Well, first of all, your weight can fluctuate throughout the day depending on when you eat, when you use the restroom, even what you have in your stomach. Like maybe you had some gas or maybe you didn't go no to that day. Your weight is going to be different than it was the day before. Also, muscle weighs more than fat. So as you start to lift weights and build muscle, that's going to make you stronger, but it might also increase your weight. And the last thing is water retention. If your body is holding on to extra water weight, that can easily throw off your readings. Some people retain more water than others, and that can lead to inaccurate measurements if you only stepping on the scale. So let us talk about what you can do instead to get a better idea of how your body is changing over time. The first method is taking progress pictures. Now, this is one of the best ways to track your transformation, because you can visually see the changes happening to your body. It's really helpful to snap a picture from the front, from the side, and from the back so you can get a full view of your body. Taking these pictures once a week will allow you to monitor your progress and celebrate those milestones along the way. And do not forget to use good lighting and wear minimal clothing so you can see your body definition better. The next method is measuring your body. Measuring your body gives you a numerical value that you can track over time. And there are 4 key areas that you want to focus on: your height, your chest, your waist, and your hips. Using a measuring tape, measure each of these areas and record the numbers. Then repeat this process every 2 weeks so you can see how your body is changing. Remember, as you build muscle and strength, your chest and your hips may increase in measurement. But if you're losing fat, your waist should decrease in measurement. And just like with the progress pictures, this will allow you to visually see your progress over time. The third method is tracking your body fat percentage. Now, this is another great way to measure your progress because it gives you an idea of how much fat you're losing or gaining. There are a few different ways to measure your body fat percentage. One way is by using calipers and pinching the skin on different parts of your body. Another way is through bioelectrical impedance. You know those scales where you stand on them and they tell you your body fat percentage? That's bioelectrical impedance. Or you can get your body fat percentage through a DEXA scan. This is considered the gold standard of body fat analysis. The benefit of these methods is that they give you a numerical value that you can track over time. And then that allows you to see your progress in terms of fat loss or fat gain. So if your goal is to lose body fat, you'll know if your plan is working or if it needs some adjustments. The fourth method is monitoring your performance in the gym. Now, this is especially important if your goal is to resistance train and build muscle. That is because the amount of weight that you can lift for a given exercise is a good indicator of your strength and muscle mass. So be sure to keep track of the weights you are reusing and the number of reps and sets that you are reperforming. You can do this either through a workout journal or by using an app. By tracking your performance, you'll be able to see how much stronger you're getting over time, and that is a great way to measure your progress. Another great method is tracking your sleep, your stress, and your diet. These factors have a huge impact on your hormones, which in turn affect your body composition. So be sure to get enough rest, manage your stress levels, and eat a healthy diet. And you can track things like your sleep by wearing a sleep tracker, or you can get a smartwatch that monitors your heart rate variability. This can be a great indicator of your overall stress levels. And then, for your diet, just make sure you're keeping track of your calories and your macros. You don't need to do this forever, but it can be helpful in the beginning to set yourself up for success. Alright, let's take everything that we just learned and put it into action. Let me walk you through an example of how to implement these methods into your routine. Okay, so here's an example of what a weekly progress report could look like. At the beginning of each week, take a progress picture. Be sure to take a picture from the front, from the side, and from the back. Then measure your height, your chest, your waist, and your hips, and record the numbers. Next, calculate your body fat percentage using calipers, bioelectrical impedance, or a DEXA scan. Then track your performance in the gym. noting the weights, reps, and sets for each exercise. Finally, track your sleep, stress, and diet. Then at the end of the week, take some time to reflect on your progress. How did you do with your goals for the week? Are you on track to meet your long-term goals? If so, that's awesome. Keep up the good work. But if you fell short of your goals this week, don't get discouraged. Just make a plan for the following week and commit to taking action. If you're really looking for a done-for-you plan that includes everything from recipes to a workout program and a coach to guide you through the entire process, then I encourage you to apply to work with us. Our coaches are here to help you through the entire process and make sure you stay accountable and on track to reach your goals. We have multiple different programs to fit your needs and budget. All right, let's take everything that we just learned and put it into action. Let me walk you through an example of how to implement these methods into your routine. Okay, so here's an example of what a weekly progress report could look like. At the beginning of each week, take a progress picture. Be sure to take a picture from the front, from the side, and from the back. Then measure your height, your chest, your waist, and your hips, and record the numbers. Next, calculate your body fat percentage using calipers, bioelectrical impedance, or a DEXA scan. Then track your performance in the gym, noting the weights, reps, and sets for each exercise. Finally, track your sleep, stress, and diet. Then at the end of the week, take some time to reflect on your progress. How did you do with your goals for the week? Are you on track to meet your long-term goals? If so, that's awesome. Keep up the good work. Hey, but if you fell short of your goals this week, don't get discouraged. Just make a plan for the following week and commit to taking action. Now remember, progress doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and consistency to achieve your goals. So don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Just stick with your plan and trust the process. And don't forget to celebrate your successes along the way. Every milestone you reach is a step closer to your ultimate goal. Now, if you're looking for additional tips on how to reach your goals, we have a ton of free resources available. Be sure to check out our other videos for more information. All right, well, that's it for today. Hope this video has helped you learn how to measure your progress. Till next time, remember to stay focused, stay motivated, and most importantly, stay consistent. And if you want any extra help with reaching your goals, be sure to apply to work with us. We have multiple different programs to fit your needs and budget. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.